Everything in school and in life is timed. Class time, study time, reading time, office time, finish the job on time, test time.
When kids are taking timed tests, they're not used to reading. They're not fast readers. And so it's at a severe disadvantage to them because the teacher will say, okay, time.
Okay, time's up. Pencils down. Pencils down, everyone.
They're only 2/3 of the way through the test, so they're filling in all those bubbles just guessing on the test. And so it really hurts their scores.
It doesn't matter how smart you are. If you can't read fast enough to finish the test and have to guess on the rest of the questions, you're not going to do well.
For every college student, IQ is a must. For less than the cost of 1 credit hour, you can have IQ to help you in every subject. My son Brady, when he took the ACT exam, he scored 24 on reading, which was his low score. And I said, why did you score so low? He said, Dad, the tests are timed and I didn't finish, and so I just had to guess on the answers. So we had him go do IQ as one of our first people on it. And he went back and took the ACT exam again after just 2 weeks on IQ, and he scored a 31 on reading. Well, that raised his composite up to a 30, which made him eligible for a scholarship. What's that worth to a parent?
Because of IQ, my son Drew was able to raise his ACT scores immensely, and it was able to give him an academic scholarship to the University of Chicago for $39,000.
My son Brenton was only reading 49 words a minute. Dr. Habermill, his behavioral optometrist, recommended the IQ program.
First time I took the ACT, near the end of my junior year of high school, I walked out of there and I knew that I had not done very well because I didn't have enough time to complete any of the sections, and I knew there were so many problems that I just had to guess on in the last few minutes. And my mom told me about this program called IQ, and the first time I used it, there was an improvement from 175 words per minute to over 200, almost 300 words per minute. And that jump, I saw that and I just went, whoa. The first time I saw that, I was like really surprised. My reading speed has improved from 150, 175 words per minute to over 600 words per minute now. And because of IQ, I'm now a freshman in Lyman Briggs College at Michigan State University, and I'm a pre-med major, and hopefully I'll be attending med school in the future.
IQ users raise their college entrance scores an average of 23%. That could be the difference between not being accepted in college and getting a scholarship. And today, a scholarship can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. How can we not afford to give our kids a tool like IQ?
Don't do what I did. I waited. I didn't pick up the phone and call IQ the first time I saw it. And as a result of that, I saw my son suffer. He was struggling with reading. But when I made the decision to pick up that phone and call the IQ company, and when the program came to my house and my son started working on it, he was so excited. And now his confidence has risen and his self-esteem is high and he's doing better in his classes, his sports. So don't wait.
99.9% of all Americans out there are reading one word at a time. That's how we were taught to read on our mom's lap or in first grade, one word at a time. This program helps you to break that subvocalization habit, and so your eyes can expand and take in 2 words or 3 or more words at the same time, amazingly with better focus, better comprehension, better retention.
We learn at the speed we read. That's how our mind operates.
And if our kids could only read and process 100 words per minute, and the teacher speaks at 200 words per minute.
Okay, everybody, turn to page 27. We're going to be reading paragraph 3, 4, and 5.
They're only hearing half of what the teacher's saying. No wonder so many kids are struggling.
The answer is a simple program that will train the muscles of the eyes and reactivate the brain. Take a look at one of the many techniques used in the IQ program. The computer makes it simple and easy to follow the metronome sound and visuals to exercise all of your eye muscles.
In this demonstration, the text on the screen is running at about the average reading speed of most adults.
Here's 10,000 words per minute. You may actually be able to pick out a few words even at 10,000 words per minute.
Now we're going to 5,000 words per minute. Are you starting to be able to read some of the words? Hard to imagine, but there are actually people who can read and comprehend at this speed. Our brain is capable of so much more than we could ever imagine. Now here's 1,000 words per minute.
And how about 500 words a minute? Seems almost slow now, right? And yet it's more than double the speed of the average reader.
And finally, 200 per minute. If this seemed fast before, it probably seems much slower now.
See how quickly you can improve in just a few minutes with IQ?
The IQ program actually provides exercise for the brain, but it's fun. And secondly, it's profoundly effective. The functional MRI studies are really quite compelling, but yet I think what's most compelling is what we hear from the patients that we treat, that their reading ability, their comprehension, and their speed improve dramatically. We live in a society now that's totally dependent upon information. Sure, it's a computer-based society, but how does that information get from the computer screen to our brain? By reading.
He's always been a really good reader, so when he started the IQ program, he was about 220, 230 range, and now he is up to about 580, which I understand is higher than most college students.
I have an 8-year-old son that went from 51 words a minute. He's over 400 words a minute now. He's my 3rd grader and just loves the program. His self-confidence has gone up, his self-esteem has gone up, he's getting better grades. I'm a happier dad because he's doing so much better in school. It's awesome.
I was really bad at the first and the pre-test, and so then I did the exercises, and they put this cookie in front of you, and you cannot get your eyes off of it. And so I just love it. And then when my dad got home from the store, I told my mom all about it. I told my dad, you gotta try this. This is awesome.
In reading, I was always in the lowest level. That's where I was. I'm sorry. And so when I hit middle school, it was very obvious to me that I was a poor reader. Not dumb, but a poor reader.